guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an update on my weight loss journey. If you've been following me here on YouTube and Snapchat, then you probably know that I started my journey back in January 23rd to be exact. So I just wanted to update you guys because I've gotten so many questions on Snapchat, and I filmed my first video back in March and we're in July, so it's well overdue for an update. So if you haven't watched my first weight loss video, then I'll link it below, but pretty much I was just going over some of my gym essentials. I had just started working out, so I was letting you guys know about my goals and just kind of giving you guys an overview of everything to come. So as of now, I've lost 25 pounds, a little over 25 pounds. When I weighed this morning, when I weighed this morning, I was 137.8, so I've lost a little bit over 25 pounds. When I started, I was at my heaviest weight, which was about 165 point something. I can't remember what the point was. So when I started this journey, I was at my heaviest weight of 165, which I told you guys. So yeah, I was completely unhappy. I just did not like the way that I looked, to the point that it was making me depressed. It was making me sad, and naturally I'm a happy, jolly person. So when I noticed that something as trivial as my weight was making me unhappy, I was like, okay, I definitely have to change it, because there's no point of whining and crying about something that I can change. At least that's how I felt. I was like, I gotta change this. It's making me unhappy, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of background. In the past, I never really ever struggled with my weight. In high school, I was very active. I was a cheerleader. I ran track, so I was always, doing something. So I was able to pretty much eat what I wanted to, but maintain my weight. So when I graduated in 2008, I was probably about 135, between 135 and 140. So probably about the size that I am now. But when I graduated, I was no longer active. So I guess I thought in my mind that I could still eat what I wanted to and not gain weight. I don't know why I thought that. And it's like I never noticed my weight gain, you guys. And I know that probably happens with a lot of people. Even though I was going up in sizes, it's just like I didn't notice it. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't really notice that I looked any different. It really wasn't until I got at my heaviest weight that I was like, whoa, like, you're looking kind of big, and it's so crazy that I never noticed it before. But I think it's just because you get comfortable, and I don't know, I just never noticed my weight gain. But I never had any issues with my weight in the past because I was always active. But I think just after graduating and not being active anymore and just eating, that's where the weight caught up with me, because I didn't have any type of exercise regimen after high school. And I think it's important to keep an exercise regimen no matter what size you are. Even if you're the weight you want to be, I think you should still have some type of exercise regimen. It's just so important for your overall health, and just so you can maintain and everything can, stay nice and tight. So over the span of about 8 years, I gained about 30 pounds, which honestly, I cannot believe that I didn't gain more than that, because I was just eating whatever I wanted to, and I was not doing any physical activity or anything. So I'm just glad that I only gained 30 pounds and, not like 50 or anything like that. So when I decided to start this journey, like for real, I was like, first things first, I'm gonna go to a doctor, because I've tried to lose weight in the past, but I've had no success. So I literally thought that I couldn't lose weight. I thought that it was impossible. I thought there was something going on with my body. But the reason that I had no success in the past is because I was literally trying to outwork a bad diet. So in the past, anytime I would work out, I would come home and then I would just eat whatever I wanted to, and that is just a big no-no. Like literally, I would work out and then I would go have like a Chick-fil-A meal. Like, no, that is not gonna help the situation, especially if you're trying to lose weight. So I decided to go to the doctor, and I was pretty much explaining to him that I had tried to lose weight in the past, but I had no success. And he really went over the basics of weight loss for me, which it's really common sense, but I guess I just needed to hear it from someone else, because it obviously wasn't clicking in my mind that you can't go work out and then go have a Chick-fil-A sandwich and waffle fries. And he just really explained to me that if you want to lose weight, that you have to eat healthier and make healthier choices when eating, and just make it a lifestyle change. So yeah, visiting a doctor was just a really great thing. They also decided to check my blood and make sure that there was nothing going on health-wise that was stopping me from losing weight, because, you know, I was just very adamant that I just couldn't lose weight because I had never been successful in the past. So they checked my blood, and they found out that I did have a vitamin D deficiency, which I think often that can prevent you from losing weight. So they did prescribe me some medicine for that. And then also he recommended that I start doing B12 shots, which would give me energy for working out. So I did that, and when I first started, I was working out I was working out 2 days a week. So when I first started, from January 23rd until about February 23rd, I worked out 2 days a week. And over the course of a month, I don't know how much weight I lost, but it was probably, I want to say I lost about 8 pounds in the first month. And I was just like, wow, when I lost the first 8 pounds, that was motivation, because I was like, I can do this. Like, it's not impossible for me to lose weight. This can definitely be done. And I weigh in once a week. I have an album in my phone that is dedicated to my weigh-ins, and I just take pictures once a week on Thursdays. That way I can keep up with my progress from week to week. And I don't recommend weighing every day, because you will just get obsessed with the number and you will become scale obsessed. And at a point during my journey, I did become obsessed with weighing. Like, I wanted to weigh every single day. I wanted to weigh like every single hour after every single workout, and it got to the point where Colton had to hide the scale from me and then only bring it out on Thursdays, because I was just letting the scale take over my life. And I know when you're on a weight loss journey, it's hard not to focus mainly on the number, but there's so many other things to think about, like your fat loss and your muscle gain. So that's why I use a digital body analyzer, because it tells more than just your weight. It lets you know how much fat you're losing, how much muscle you're gaining. It also lets you know what percentage of your body is water. So I highly recommend that you guys give that scale a try, because it is so much more than just a scale. Like, literally, it's an analyzer. So I'll put a link below if you guys are interested in checking it out. I absolutely love it, because right now I'm just focused more on losing fat and gaining muscle. And with the body analyzer, it tells me all of those things. It lets me know what my body fat percentage is and what my muscle percentage is. So I think it's just a handy tool, especially if you're trying to lose fat and if you're on a weight loss journey. So definitely check it out. But yeah, so I would just weigh in every week, and starting off, I was working out 2 days a week, and then after about a month, I amped it up a little bit and I was working out 3 days a week. And when I first started, I was working out with a trainer, because I knew that that way I would be held accountable, because if I paid somebody, I knew that I would get my butt up and I would go to the gym, because I wouldn't want to waste my money. So yeah, I was just bumping it up. I didn't try to start off full force. I literally took baby steps. So starting off 2 days a week, I done that for about a month, and then I amped it up to 3 days a week. And I would say probably about mid-March, I started working out about 4 days a week. And then I decided that I was going to do a 21-day challenge. So if you follow me on Snapchat, you probably remember when I done that. But it was just pretty much where I would work out every single day for 21 days straight. And my personal goal was to make sure that I was burning at least 700 calories on each of those workouts. And I think that's when I noticed the biggest change in my body. I didn't lose too much weight over the span of the 21 days, but I just really noticed that my body was toning up more. And the 21-day challenge, it really helped because I always heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit, and that's what I wanted to do with working out. I wanted to make it a habit, and I just love working out so much now, you guys. Literally, when I first started, I hated working out. It just wasn't fun for me, and I especially hated running. But now I love running. When I started, I think my mile was probably at about 12 minutes, and now I have my mile almost in half at like 7:30. So I've just grown to love working out and to love running. And I think the biggest factor in weight loss is gonna be doing cardio. I did cardio every single day. I did weight train, but regardless if I weight trained or not, I did cardio. I still do cardio every single day, especially when I was doing that 21-day challenge. Every single day I done cardio because I knew that cardio was going to shed the fat off. So yeah, I just worked my way up. I didn't try to start full force. I took baby steps. And with eating, so I don't think I told you guys this, but when I went to the doctor, he pretty much put me on a low carb diet, and I was only to have about 40 carbs a day, 40 grams of carbs a day. So I was eating no bread, no pasta. He recommended me not to drink alcohol, but I'm not a big drinker, so that wasn't really a big issue for me. But for about 3 months, I had no bread, no pasta. I still try not to eat a lot of bread and pasta because it's just carbs, and carbs turn into sugar. So yeah, I think that had a lot to do with my weight loss starting off because I was on that low carb diet. Of course, you know to drink lots and lots of water. That's going to be very beneficial when trying to lose weight. Now, I wasn't a big soda or juice drinker, but I just wasn't a big drinker at all. Like, I wasn't intaking enough water, but I've gotten to where now I'll try to drink like a gallon, at least half a gallon a day. I should probably be drinking a full gallon, but at least half a gallon. So yeah, that's also going to be very, very important when you're trying to lose weight. And then I know a lot of you always have questions about what I eat, and I eat a lot of fish and chicken. I try to keep it clean. I eat fish, chicken, I'll have shrimp sometimes, like grilled shrimp. I'll do brown rice, green beans, salad, broccoli, just anything like that. And it does get repetitive, but I didn't mind it being repetitive because I knew that's what I was gonna have to do to lose the weight, and that's pretty much still what I'm doing now. I would allow myself a cheat meal every week, one cheat meal once a week. Now, since I have lost 25 pounds, I do have more than one cheat meal a week. Like if I'm on vacation or something like that, I will kind of eat what I want, but in moderation. And I think that's important, just making sure that what you're eating is in moderation, because before I was just eating, you guys. I was eating so much. I was living to eat. I was so in love with food. It is so ridiculous. I was overeating. Every time I would eat, I was just eating so much. Like, I felt like I had to clean my plate, and I don't know if that comes from being little and your parents be like, eat everything on your plate, but I just kind of got to this place where I just felt like I just had to eat everything on my plate, and I was just overeating so badly. It was just horrible. And it wasn't like I was eating a lot of junk food or fast food, but literally, you guys, at our house every single day I was cooking like these full course elaborate southern meals. Like we was just doing some eating over here, both Colton and I. So it was just crazy the way that I was consuming food and overeating, and I just was so in love with food. Like, I don't really know why, but I guess maybe it was some type of a comforter for me, but I was just eating so much. And I just wanted to do this video to motivate you guys, because weight loss is not an easy thing. But I do want to say that it doesn't matter what I say in this video. You have to decide for yourself to make a change. And I'm not saying that in a mean or an ugly way, but I'm just saying that because I know from personal experience, because in the past I would say that I wanted to lose weight, but I just wasn't mentally prepared. I wasn't ready to make it a lifestyle change, and I think that's definitely definitely what has to be done, because if you don't make it a lifestyle change, then what's going to end up happening is you're just going to gain all the weight back. So that's why I was very determined to make this my life, make this how I lived on an everyday basis, because I knew I didn't want to go back to being unhappy about something so simple as weight, something that could be changed. And for me, what made this weight loss possible was changing my mindset and making it a lifestyle change. And then also I prayed a lot, you guys. I prayed so much during this journey. I would just be like, God, please give me the strength to make it through these workouts, because I hated it. I didn't want to do it, but I prayed so much. So if it were not for God, I would not have made it this far, because there were some mornings that I would wake up and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the gym. And then also I would have to say, having support, having a supportive husband like Colton makes it a lot easier, because if you don't have that support, and then you're a wife and you're having to cook yourself something and cook your husband something else, that can just be draining. So I was just very thankful that Colton was willing to eat whatever I was eating, even if that meant eating grilled chicken and green beans and brown rice every single day. So he was definitely a big motivation during this journey. And I didn't do meal prep or anything. I know a lot of people ask me about that. I didn't have to do meal prep because I work from home, but if you don't work from home, I would recommend meal prepping, because it is going to make it a lot easier, because I know there's so much temptation at work. People are probably like, hey, let's go out for lunch. And that's another thing that made it easier for me, is I don't have that temptation that I know a lot of you do from coworkers who want to go grab something fast to eat. So for that, I just recommend meal planning and meal prepping. That way you'll already have your food, and you can be like, no, I brought my lunch, I'm just gonna stay here and eat my grilled chicken and my broccoli. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing that if you're not at home or accessible to get something healthy. Meal prepping is definitely going to be something you need to do. And I just have so much that I want to talk to you guys about in this video, so I know it probably seems like I'm rambling, but I'm just talking about things as they pop into my mind. But I also wanted to talk about my calorie intake. So I keep my calories at about 1,200 calories a day, and I know that seems kind of low for some people, but that's actually what my doctor recommended, and I don't feel like I'm starving after eating 1,200 calories. It's very doable for me, since I am still trying to lose weight. So like I told you guys, my current weight, let's see, when I weighed today, what did I tell you guys I was? I think I was like 137.8. So I still want to lose about 10 more pounds, because I do have like some problem areas, like right here. I would like to lose a little bit of that fat and just tone up. But yeah, I want to lose about 10 more pounds. I guess I would want to fluctuate between 127 and 130, but I also just want to focus on building muscle and losing fat, because I just want to look a little bit more toned. So those are my goals for now, just to lose maybe about 10 more pounds and just build more muscle. And if you're watching this video and you want to lose weight, these are the tips that I would give to you. Set goals. That's what I done. I set goals, although people would be like, no, you don't need to set goals. When I done my first video, I think I said I wanted to be down to about 135 by June or July. I think it was June. And people were like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. I think it's important to set goals, because when you set a goal, it motivates you more to do what you got to do to get to that goal. So set goals, motivate you. If you set goals, think about your goals, and that will motivate you. That's my motivation. A lot of people ask me, what motivates you? When I think about my goals, when I know that I'm not where I want to be, that motivates me every single day to get up and work out. And once I lost weight, like for the first time, that was a motivation for me. I was like, whoa, I can do this, because I really just thought that I could not lose weight, you guys. I thought it was completely impossible. So during that first month, when I noticed myself dropping the pounds, I was like, okay, Nitra, you can do this. this. So I definitely knew then that I would be able to reach my goal because it was attainable. And before, I never thought that I would. And that was just because I lacked knowledge. When it came to losing weight, I thought that I could just eat whatever and, you know, just work out. But no, that's definitely something you don't want to do. I know you see these girls on Snapchat and on Instagram, and they skinny and they cute and they drinking Starbucks and they eating in and out. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Now, they might can do that, but we can't do that, you know, because it's just not going to work. If you're trying to lose weight, that's not gonna work. You're gonna have to make healthier choices. Speaking of Starbucks, I completely cut coffee out of my diet. I wasn't a big coffee drinker to begin with, but when I was drinking it, it was so much cream and sugar with just like a splash of coffee that it really didn't make sense for me to drink it. So I don't drink coffee. I have a lot of teas now. I'll do detox teas. I did try the flat tummy tea, which I actually did like a lot. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If you're watching this video and you're trying to lose weight, then I would recommend setting goals. I think setting goals is important because it's gonna keep you motivated. So maybe set a goal to lose, I don't know, 3 pounds in 1 month. But whatever it is, just make sure that it's an attainable goal. Make sure that it's nothing crazy, because one thing that I always remembered is what comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy. And that has been like my motto the entire time during this journey. So remember that. So yeah, make your goals attainable. Make sure that you're consistent. Consistency is going to be key. So you don't want to just start working out and then next week be like, oh, I'm not gonna work out. You have to be consistent. That's the way you're going to see results. And then if you have any junk in your house, then make sure that you get it out, because you don't want any temptation. And then also remember to treat yourself. Give yourself a cheat meal once a week. Now, don't go crazy with the cheat meal and don't have a cheat day. I know some people are like, I have a cheat day. Cheat day is just too much. But one cheat meal once a week, just so you don't feel like you're depriving yourself from foods that you love. I just found that very helpful. Now, for me, even when I was doing my cheat meals for the first 3 months, I would still try to stay away from pastas, breads, and potatoes, because I just wanted to completely eliminate those things from my life for 3 months to see what kind of change it would do my body. And I know you're probably thinking, well, girl, if you couldn't have pasta, bread, and potatoes, then what was your cheat meal? But I still managed to find things that I like to eat that weren't so healthy, that would still kind of fall under, you know, the cheat category. I still managed to find things that I would like, and I made sure to eat those things in moderation. I wasn't overeating like I was doing in the past. And I also wanted to go over my measurements, because that's another thing that I think is very important whenever you're on a weight loss journey, because you might not be seeing the scale move, but you could be losing inches. So when I started off in February of 2016, I had a 32-inch waist. My arms were 12.5 inches. My legs, like my thigh area, they were 25 inches, and my hip and butt area was 43 inches. And for some reason, I didn't take my bust. So by May of 2016, my waist went from 32 inches to 29.5 inches. My arms went from 12.5 inches to 12 inches. My thighs, like my leg areas, went from 25 inches to 23 inches. And my hips, butt area went from 43 inches to 40 inches. And then this month, I decided to measure myself again for July, and my waist is now 28 inches. My arms are 12 inches. My legs are 22.5 inches, and my hip and butt area is still at 40 inches. So yeah, definitely keep your measurements, and I wouldn't recommend taking your measurements too often either. I would only do mine like maybe once a month, but I don't even have it in here for once a month. I have February, May, and July. So I wouldn't do mine too often, but you can do yours as often as you would like. And I also wanted to talk about my fat loss. So when I weighed myself December 31st, 2015, I was at 40.2% fat. And then my muscle percentage was at 27.5. And as of today, when I weighed, let's see, my fat percentage was 32.1% and my muscle percentage was 31.3. So that's why I love this analyzer so much, because it lets you know things like that. So yeah, knowing your fat percentage and your muscle percentage is also going to be something that's going to be very helpful during your weight loss journey. And I also wanted to include some before and after shots in this video as well, because when I filmed my first weight loss video back in March, I did a few before shots. So now I wanted to do some afters just so you guys can see the difference and so I can see the difference as well. So I'm going to go ahead and include those now. So those were my before and after shots, and I can really tell a difference. And at the before, I wasn't even at my heaviest weight. I think there I was probably about 157 or 154, but I can tell a big difference. So if you're on this journey, I definitely recommend doing before and after shots so you can really see how much your body has changed. So I know this video has been terribly long, but thank you guys so much if you made it to the end. If you guys are interested in seeing any more weight loss videos, maybe what I eat in a day video, or my workout routine, I definitely want to do that for you guys if you're interested. So leave a comment below so I can know. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Bye.